So this was my first project for Inframax Investments, and when I joined the company I really wanted to focus on being more environmentally conscious and really pushing the whole green movement. So at Kenridge Center we have a petrol station, we've got a big butchery and a massive deli. So you can imagine that those draw a lot of electricity. So for us, the main concern was how installing the system would help us reduce that electricity cost. Currently, the system is producing just over 40% of our electricity demand at the centre. So my main concern was whether the system would actually produce the figures that we were told it would. And I'm happy to say that now that it's been installed, a few months later, we're actually seeing that the system is performing a little bit better than we originally anticipated. So I'm really happy with that. It seems very expensive having to lay out that initial capital to install the system, but you know, typically these systems get paid back over 4 to 5 years. So for me it was really a no-brainer and a project that couldn't fail. We also considered how we could pass this benefit on to our tenants, and the way we're going about it is that we're going to continue recovering electricity costs from them at the standard City of Cape Town rates until such time that the system is paid off. Thereafter, our tenants will then get electricity at a discounted rate or a lower tariff. And that's really important to us at Inframax because we can help our tenants support their businesses. And not only that, but it's also important for our tenant retention. One last benefit of the system is the fact that it was designed in a modular way so that we could always add onto it in the future. And what we're looking at is installing battery backups onto the system as well, so that, you know, in South Africa we live with load shedding on a regular basis, and that's going to safeguard our centre against load shedding, and it's going to keep our tenants really happy. So I met with a few solar companies when starting this project, and the one thing that stood out for me from the first meeting was that with AWPower I met the engineers who would actually be designing the system at our first meeting, whereas other companies generally send you a sales consultant or some sort of salesperson to try and lure you in. Whereas with AWPower we got straight to the point from day one of our meeting. We did a site inspection of Kenridge, and they were never trying to promise me anything that they couldn't deliver. It was always just to the point. Management of the system takes very little effort on my side. It's very nice that I have the ability to open an app whenever I want and see how the system is doing and just monitor how it's performing. But to be honest, the AW team are really on it most of the time. Christian usually messages me before I've even realized that an inverter is not working, and he'll have already organized when it's going to be replaced or when they're going to go on site to tend to a problem before I've even picked up on the problem. So from my side it's been minimal effort, and I'm really happy with the service that I'm getting from the AWPower team. Something that also stood out about AWPower to me was the fact that they live what they sell. If you've been to their office, you can see their entire office block has been converted to solar, and their company vehicles are electric, which get charged through the solar at their head office.